Hello, this is Swanö, and we are here today to talk about Invisible Sun from the Until Eternity Ends EP. Yeah, and it's also, of course, on the Purgatory Afterglow reissue CD from 2024. And this is a very, very strange choice for a death metal band to be doing a cover version of a The Police song. And I still remember vividly how it happened. It was, I was walking to the studio, which was quite a distance. I guess it was almost like an hour's walk. And I was listening to my Walkman. And I was just listening to some tape that I knew had the song on it that we were supposed to rehearse, which was At the Gallows End from Candlemass. And it was an old radio show called Rockbox. And it's a very important thing in my musical upbringing and from thousands of other Swedish metal musicians as well. And I was listening to it and I think, is this really going to work? Am I going to pull it off? You know, is this really the good cover version for Edge of Sanity? I mean, I was always into the song because I thought we could do this bit. That would sound so fantastic with the Edge of Sanity guitar tone and the vibe. Yeah, but then there's all this other bits, the melodic bits, and who would then play? Would we do acoustic and guitar solo? Could we? And I think, okay, let's see. And I just go on walking, and all of a sudden, probably with auto reverse on my cool Walkman, there was this other radio show called Lördagsbiten that I had recorded, which was never really playing metal, more mainstream stuff. And there was this one person who wanted to hear Invisible Sun by The Police. And I loved The Police at the time, but sometimes I'm more this kind of a one album guy with my bands. So I loved Synchronicity. Honestly, I liked half of it, all the hits. And but I had never even heard the Ghost in the Machine album where this song was from. So this sounded very strange to me. It was weird because it sounded very far away from, you know, Every Breath You Take or Wrapped Around Your Fingers that I loved. But I remember thinking, wow, the vibe in this song is so strange. It's got only a few chords going back and forth, and it's almost got a Voivod vibe to it. And I was a really big Voivod fan at the time, still is, by the way. And I thought, what if Metallica on the Black Album and Voivod got together and did a cover version of this? How would it sound? And then Edge of Sanity made a cover version of that song, or something like that. It's like I just wanted it to be, we were gonna do Invisible Sun by The Police as if Voivod and Metallica just kind of... And that was then, and I showed up at the rehearsal and said, oh guys, I have a new song and this is it. And they were, as always, like, fine, whatever you want, let's do it. And I don't really remember much from either recording it or it was just like, bam, done in a really short time. I don't remember, I think it was like 14 hours altogether, rehearsed, recorded and mixed. It was cool enough to write it in the booklet anyway. And it was done then over a couple of days. And yeah, I remember that I was a bit bummed out that I couldn't do this bit with the choirs properly. And that's one of the things, when I broke one of my own rules, well, technically I did not re-record anything, I added to a recording. So I decided it was fine, that I could finally do, I think I recorded like 80 times, whoa, whoa, in my studio. And I try to make my voice sound a little bit different for everything to give this vibe of a choir somehow. And yeah, it turned out really well, the remix version of it. And I also let the fade go all the way to the end, and I cleaned up a little bit so the singing sounds a little bit, you know, tighter maybe, and also that you hear clearly what's going on with my singing. I always had a problem with mixing clean vocals in the early 90s. I didn't really have the tools for it, and yeah, it was an ancient tape machine, an old mixing desk, and now you have really top-notch quality for bringing out, because some of this stuff actually sounds really good, Some of it sounds like total garbage, but you could fix it. But some of it sounded surprisingly good, and I didn't have to do much. But vocals was always something I had to do a lot of tweaking with for the remixes. And yeah, what can you do? I finally could do it, and for this I am very grateful. And I hope at least you give it a listen, because I think some of you might even prefer the remixes to the originals once you listen to them. Yeah, they're that good.